section 4, we're going to talk about cardiovascular system. The main part of cardiovascular system is your heart. As you can see here, I'm just trying to just make it as simple as possible again. So just imagine heart as an organ that has as a muscle, let's say, that has four different chambers. The chambers at the top, which they are smaller, they're going to be atrium. The chamber at the bottom, they're going to be ventricles. Okay. And the way you're going to consider your heart, it's going to be the way you're going to consider it in your body. It's not like that's why the right is here and the left is over there. So, first of all, we do have like dirty blood, which gonna be full of, let's say, CO2, and we know that our body and our system they need oxygen to perform, right? So all the dirty blood they're gonna come down from the top, from the pulmonary valve to right atrium. Then there's gonna be a door, and this door it's gonna be only one way. So it's gonna just, the door only gonna be open and the dirty blood only gonna come down from down. Never ever your blood gonna come up. If it would be, it's gonna be some sort of developmental disease in someone. Because the dirty blood shouldn't get mixed with the clean blood that has a lot of fresh oxygen. So back to the topic, the dirty blood gonna come down to right atrium, then there's gonna be a door, and again it's gonna be come down to right ventricle, which is bigger, right? Then you're gonna have a big pump in which the dirty blood gonna go up from the pulmonary artery to your lungs. And lungs is the place that your blood gonna get fresh oxygen based on your breathing, if that makes sense. So after the blood went to your lungs, it's gonna again come back to your heart, this time to the left part, and this time again to your left atrium, okay? We have like four different holes here. They're gonna be open and we're gonna have fresh blood, but just full of oxygen in your left ventricle. From here, again, we're gonna have a big pump and this fresh blood with just the whole oxygen gonna go up from your aortas to your body. So your body can perform because like all we need is just fresh oxygen, and the main part for just doing so gonna be your heart. So I was just really trying to just make it as simple as possible. But if you need more information, I could just send them to you. And if you are a biology major and you know some resources that can be helpful, feel free to send them to me. So another point that I wanted to mention is just phases of your heart, which gonna be systole and diastole. So systole gonna be whenever your heart is just squeezing the blood out of the system to just go to your organ. So it's gonna be little squeezing, right? Then we have diastole, which gonna be whenever your heart is just chilling. There is no squeezing here, okay? They're gonna be a good video that you can just watch them and just it is also kind of understandable and like straightforward. So you can just watch them and let me know if you have any questions. But for now, let's talk about different disorders that is related to cardiovascular system. I'm gonna give you a minute to just read them, then I'm gonna just talk about them one by one. So the first one gonna be atherosclerosis, in which just imagine you do have a vessel and the vessel is just blocked by fats and like other phenomena like substances or cholesterol. So this way, the fresh blood cannot go to your body, so that's why it's gonna be a problem. So in other words, just imagine these plugs or sticky stuff, they can just build up and they can just make the pipes narrower. So this time it is again very hard for blood to just get through. So that's why we're gonna have heart attack or like other problems. But like this atherosclerosis itself cannot cause like directly heart attack. It's just very relevant to heart attack. The second one gonna be angina pectoris or chest pain. It is very common and it is like a warning sign for your heart. It is like basically happen when your heart doesn't get enough oxygen-rich blood, usually because of blood pipes or a narrow like arteries caused by plaque. It is like literally like a squeezing or some sort of pressure in your chest. And sometimes the pain can just spread through your shoulders, arms, neck, jaw, or back. I guess some of us, we do have some family members or friends that they are complaining about chest pain and all that. And this is like the cause of that. Whenever like the blood, they are just narrow and the whole body doesn't have fresh oxygen and the heart cannot supply fresh oxygen, it's gonna cause angina. So the third one gonna be heart attack, the most important one, or MI, or let's say myocardial infarction, or MI. It is like literally heart attack. I guess we are all familiar with that. So it is like basically your heart muscle, it is just damaged or it is dead because for a long time that those muscles they couldn't get any fresh oxygen. So since they couldn't get any fresh oxygen, after a time they were damaged or they were dead. So since your heart couldn't perform well, it caused a heart attack. So that's the reason of heart attack. So just imagine the two first disorders can literally cause a heart attack. And the other one kind of be ischemia, which is like basically the lack of blood flow and oxygen. It is not that much severe, but if it goes very long, it can cause like a real important damage. Um, what else? There are like some other major disorders like CHF or congestive heart failure, which is actually your heart cannot deliver like enough oxygen-rich blood, which can cause problem. And another one is arrhythmia, which is basically your heartbeat is not consistent. Like for example, just imagine like sometimes it just go very fast, sometimes it's just going very slow, which is okay, but like it is not be like every day. Like sometimes yes, whenever you are running your heart just goes crazy, right? Or whenever you're in love it's just going crazy. But like whenever it shouldn't be like on a daily basis, like you are sitting here and suddenly your heart is just going very fast. This is definitely a problem. Speaking of being in love and that kind of stuff, I just wanted to say that when I was just researching to just provide the content for this course, for this chapter, I was just reading like different articles, and I mean, I was amazed by the potential of our hearts, like how hard our heart is just working for us like every minute, every second, it's just pumping and just going crazy to just provide fresh oxygen, fresh blood for us. And how sometimes how much we are not appreciating our health or the hard work actually our body just doing for us to just be a normal person in a day, to just be healthy. So I'm literally appreciating my body more than ever. Seriously, I feel like this course actually helping me a lot to just understand my own body. Because like I knew this stuff, but I it's been a minute that I haven't checked this material. So I really want you to just go through book and also read the lecture and listen to lecture and just appreciate your body and your health more and more. So, another condition that is very common nowadays is just blood pressure. So the blood pressure is just the force that your heart gonna exert to your blood to just go through like different vessels to go through to your muscles and organs. So blood pressure gonna be highest obviously during systole because like it's just sending the blood, and it's gonna be lowest during diastole, which is gonna be your heart is just basically chilling. So what else? Um, so blood pressure gonna be influenced by different criteria. For example, the volume of the blood, or like the blood flow in general, or the structure of your vessels, especially the walls. For example, if you're having like some sort of damages or plugs on your way, so definitely your blood pressure gonna be different, right? For example, just imagine you have like fat cells in your vessels. So again, it's gonna get clogged, so the blood cannot go in a normal speed. So your heart gonna try hard and hard, like more than necessary. So you're gonna have higher blood pressure or vice versa. Another point gonna be aging. Whenever you are getting old, probably because of those buildup, you're gonna lose the elasticity of your vessels. So again, it's going to be a problem for your blood pressure. However, if you would just have a healthy lifestyle, if you would have like physical activities and all that, or at least if you would just address your problems whenever you are having a pain or something like that, if you would just check with your provider or something like that, at least you could just address them and just take medication or precautions to just resolve those issues. So blood itself, it does have like different parts. For example, it has like plasma. You can just see the definition here, but it's going to be fluid portion of the blood, and it does have cells. We do have like different cells, and each cell has different responsibilities. So I'm going to ask everyone to just check the book to just know about them. Because I mean, it's a very long story and it's a good one. It's very good to know about your own body and like different blood cells, and especially for people who have a family member and someone with sickle cell anemia, which is just very common nowadays. This part about blood can be very helpful. We are almost over with this week's content. All you need to do is just checking the stuff that I put you to study, and be ready for your quiz. And again, like I said before, your quiz not gonna be like some easy questions, because like this chapter is just very important for me and in general for health psychology. So you have to read book, chapter, and ask your questions if you have any in advance.